Greetings, everybody. Districts of VOB, Empire Strikes Back, starring Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, with Billy Dee Williams as Lando Calrissian, and of course, James Earl Jones as the voice of Darth Vader, and the late David Prowse, R.I.P., who played Vader. And what can I say about this one? The true sequel that is greater than other sequels. That is one aspect. I mean, come on. You get Yoda, Frank Oz voicing Yoda. That's always weird when you find out that the voice of Fozzie Bear and Yoda are the same people. And of course, how good of a trainer Yoda was, despite how he failed with Anakin, aka Vader. At the Dagobah system. Yet none other Jedi had to go all the way to the Dagobah system, which is almost like the Louisiana or Florida Everglades of the galaxy. Come on, Space Bayou, I tell you what. And of course, the ultimate battle, the Battle of Hoth. I'm just like, ooh, talk about one of the most cinematic battles in movie history. And to think, yeah, a planet called Hoth, but it's ice planet. I mean, everything from Luke running that scene where Luke running recon. I don't know what right as Tauntaun, only to get jumped by the abominable snowman. Of course, he used the Force on and maimed that guy. And of course, he got with Han's rescue of Luke, and it's all an infamous, I thought they smelled bad on the outside kind of line. Yeah, I can say, probably the one advantage that one of the only times stormtroopers I actually shoot was when them all white suits on the on the snow planet. With those Imperial walkers and all just storming that that rebel base. Uh, talk about surprise attack. And some tropes there like Scruffy Looker Nerf Herder and the General going to Han Solo, "You're a good fighter, Solo. I hate to lose you." And of course he's trying to be on the run from Jabba the Hutt. Which kind of sounds like, like the Empire was kind of bought off by Jabba. Given otherwise, Stormtroopers would just raided and jailed him too. As if they could get a hold of him. Or that fat slug. And when it comes to that Snowval, that's the only time, like I said, for all them jugs about stormtroopers can't shoot and all, I'm just like telling all those brave men who died at Hoth. And of course, with Billy Dee Williams as Lando. And I gotta say, that's an excellent portrayal, and I mean of the original Lando, compared to Donald Glover in Solo. I'm not saying Donald Glover is bad, but Billy Dee was original and the better, of course. And Actually, talk about smooth talker, old Billy D was as Lando. And the gas reminds of Yavin. Well, unlike in Solo, where he was just basically just the space Doc Holliday, which is pretty much how that relationship was how Billy D was like the Doc Holliday to Hans Wyatt. Despite, of course, having Chewbacca as his best friend, and of course the infamous and and who could forget Han being frozen in carbonite after of course Lando got forced to betray. And talk about the excellent attempt. Though Han couldn't underestimate the power of the Force. That's what you get for that's what happens when you don't believe in the Force, Han. Because when you try to just take two or three shots of Vader, and he just blocked you with the Force powers and all. And of course, always kind of like one flaw of it was always that one line when he's the scene when Vader's talking to the Emperor on the holo screen, and he's always and he's talking about the son of Skywalker must not become a Jedi. And I'm just like, dude, you know it's Anakin, like Palpatine, you know that's Anakin, of course. He saw to it personally that he had the suit built after Han took him down on that volcano planet, which is Mustafar, I believe, in episode 3. Which common trope like with Empire and Attack of the Clones, where a Skywalker lost a hand in the name of the good light side of the Force. But at least Anakin didn't lose it from his own dad, unlike poor Luke did. And it always surprised me how in the sequels and all, Leia didn't get Force powers and all, given how she or should I say expand her Force powers because she had to use it to save Luke off that hanging off the ledge of that plant of that floating orb, which was almost like it it was almost like like the Townsend Jetsons, where they we're all high up and all in long falls. And I'm just surprised, which is everybody think, but that kind of foreshadowed the fact that Leia and Luke were brother and sister, because she inherited some Force powers, but that's as far as I'm going to say before I'm going to say that for the sequels and Return of the Jedi review. But I mean, come on, who could not forget the ultimate showdown with Han and with Luke and Vader, and when Vader finds out that Vader and Anakin Skywalker are one and the same, woo! Talk about one of the greatest twists of movie history. And Vader say going, Luke, I am your father. You know, it's Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father, as Vader said, and Luke goes, you told me enough. He told me you killed him. Yeah, and of course, Vader goes, no, I am your father. And of course, back to that scene where, and of course, you got Luke going, at the end when he's recovering and getting that new hand and all, which is odd that in that one it looks back into human form, while in Return of in Last Jedi it was like one robo hand compared to one real hand. But save the rest of that for that review. But overall, Empire, of course, a 5 out of 5. Hope you all right, everybody. Like, subscribe, enjoy.